Donald Trump, what do you have to say about your 100 days in the Oval Office as president? What do you have to say about the economy and the immigrants? What do you have to say? Let's hear it. The ABC interview, 100 days, Trump 100 days in office. Okay, I watched it and it was interesting. Trump is going to be Trump. That's just who he is. You can't change an older person's ways. You just can't do it. They have to be able to do it on their own. Well, here's the thing. Okay. He talked about the economy. Maybe he has some fact sheets somewhere. I don't know. But he talked about the gas prices down. Okay. Gas prices where I'm at. He talked about gas prices was down to a dollar and something in a couple of states. Yeah, probably so. Um, hmm. Where I'm at, gas went down by 9 cents. Went down. Yeah, he's right about that. Uh, he spoke about eggs. I don't know what's up with these eggs, but anyway, when he spoke about eggs, what I find interesting, the stores that I go to, they can't keep them on the shelf. Um, they're now taking what is it? A 12 pack, a dozen of eggs. They're now breaking it in half to a 6 dozen, uh, which runs anywhere between $2.49 to $3.99. What I've seen. That's just what I've seen. I don't know where nowhere else is six eggs. I don't. He said groceries. He mentioned about groceries are down, probably because people are holding on to their money because they don't know what's about to happen, and they're probably not shopping like that. Uh, I don't know, but groceries not down. I bought things that I needed. It was a need, not want shopping. This is what I need. And I spent just about $100 uh, for needy things. And I saved $1 on those 13 items. It is what it is. There's nothing we can do about what. Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything that we can do about with what this president is doing or not. I just don't know. Um, Hopefully he's not trying to run a third term. I I hope not because. But here's the thing: whoever else come in behind him, it's like you got to pick up the pieces. It's like any other job, but it's a little different. This is the United States we're talking about that he's running. So This is not good. This is not good at all. And at one point, him and the guy kind of was going back and forth. The guy trying to that anchor trying to get his point over, and Donald Trump over talking him, and it's like, why didn't you just let Fox News do your interview? Maybe, maybe not. They probably didn't want to feel biased. I don't know. I don't know. But he said ABC was one of the worst news channel. You know what? It is amazing to me. He should have been a comedian. That's what he should have been. Donald Trump, you should have been a comedian. You missed your calling on that. But he's a real estate guru. I wouldn't even say that. Guru. He's our president. Let's just put it like that. I used to watch Donald Trump when he was on Apprentice, and I enjoyed watching that. I don't know what happened with him becoming the president. I'm lost. I am so lost. But it is what it is, and we have to deal with it until his term is over with. And maybe one day, we will get the right president. One day. The immigrants. He spoke about the immigrants. He claimed that there's 21 million immigrants in the USA. Now, he threw that number out there. I had to look into some things. He threw that number out there. He said that there's 21. So out of 21 million immigrants, we have 11 million that is illegal in our country, dated back from 2022. Do your research. Look that information up. Now, I don't know if he was saying that there's 21 illegal. He just said 21, which told me he just threw out a number to make it seem like there's 21 million illegal immigrants. He didn't say illegal immigrants. I didn't hear it. I heard 21 million. So what I did, I went and fact checked some information, and some things that I've seen. It's alleged that there from 2022 there is 11 million illegal immigrants that is in our country. That is a lot. 11 million in the United States that is illegal. That's a lot. So I'm not for sure exactly how factual that is. I just went and looked up some information, and that's what I seen. So do your research. You have people out there that will throw out information. Uh, Part of it can be true, partly not. You don't know until you fact check. Uh, do your research. But it is what it is. Now we're going to look at previous Oval Office statements that Donald Trump has given about the other presidents. I'm like Rodney King. Can't we all just get along? I can remember all the way back to when Nixon became president. And at this point, we're talking about eggs, the prices on eggs. Back then, we were talking about the prices of bread. What are we doing to fix the problem? What are we doing? You know, if you have a business and you're running that business well, it doesn't mean that you can run the country the same way. Just doesn't. You got to be able to put the right people in place. That is not happening. But who am I? This is our president. Let's just listen to what he had to say about Biden and Obama.
I blame the people sitting right at this desk, right behind this desk, or another desk. You get your choice of 7. I happen to pick the Resolute. But I blame the people sitting behind in this chair, behind this desk, for being stupid, incompetent, or not having courage. This should have been done years ago. This should have been done before Obama, in all fairness. Not only Biden, Obama. This should have been done many years ago. This started with the World Trade Organization, which was owned by China. It was owned and paid for by China. They didn't even have to do things. They considered them a nation that was undeveloped. They said they were a developing nation. Well, we're a developing nation too, if you think about it. Look at our inner cities. Look at what's happened. I think we're starting from ground zero there, right? So we're a developing nation too. No, I don't. I know it's a lot of people take heat for saying it, but I blame the people sitting at this desk more than I blame China.
He's a president who's very informal. Whether it's good or bad, he likes to put things out there about what's going on in the world. Doesn't mean it is the truth. Doesn't mean that. He will put stuff out there, and it's up to you to make that decision, or you don't even have to make a decision. It's up to you to listen to exactly what he's saying, and if it's the truth or not. It's up to you. Because I tell you what, we got so much stuff going on out here in this world. I just need to eat my applesauce. You know, gotta get my vitamin. I tell you what, we're gonna listen to what CNN has to say, and we know that Donald Trump doesn't care for CNN because it is said that they put out fake news. But you got MSNBC, CBS, everybody else putting it out. After 100 days, guess what? They're all coming up with close to the same thing. So somebody got to be telling the truth somewhere. Somebody got to be. Let's just take a look at what CNN has to say.
Will mark President Trump's 100th day in office. We have a brand new CNN poll showing Americans are turning on him after propelling him back into office just 6 months ago. According to this brand new poll, Trump's approval rating now standing at just 41%. To give you some context, that is the lowest for any president at this point in his term in the history of modern polling, going all the way back to Eisenhower. This beats the record Trump himself set at the 100-day mark of his first term back in 2017. Trump's approval sliding down 7 points from just late February. There's very little good news in this poll, and for the president, and CNN's chief data analyst, Harry Enton, is joining us here in Washington to break down the numbers. Harry, very good morning to you.
Morning to you.
You're here, brand new polling. Where are we 100 days, almost 100 days into President Trump's second term as compared to his first?
I mean, these numbers are just horrible. There's no way to sugarcoat it. And the first way we'll sort of point that out is we'll look at where Donald Trump is now versus where he was 100 days into his first presidency. And you see it here. You don't have to be a mathematical genius. 41% approval of him now. It was 44% back in 2017 around the 100-day mark. And what's so notable here is that throughout his second term as president, he tended to be running ahead of where he was in his first term. No longer is that the case. He has fallen below where he was at this point in his first term. Of course, this is just Trump. Let's compare him to other presidents. And I really think this kind of puts a bow on it. And you can see it here. You see the 41%. That is 12 points below Joe Biden. That's 3 points below where he was in his first term. Look at where Obama was, 63%. He's 22 points below that. And George W. Bush at this point in 2001, he is, again, 21 points below. And as you pointed out in your opening, Jessica Dean, I look back at all of the polling we possibly could long before I was born. And Trump's 41% at 100 days is the worst on record. He has broken his own record for being the worst. The American people do not like what they are seeing at this point from Donald John Trump.
It's just also amazing to see the 60s
not
that
long
long
ways
ago.
away.
Yeah. Now, Trump ran obviously on immigration and the economy. What kind of marks are people giving him on those two issues?
Yeah, okay, so let's take a look at the issues, right? Because it's not just about overall, it's about the issues. There's only one data point where Trump is above 45%. It comes to his handling of gender identity policy. He's at 51%. Every other issue, immigration, where he has long been above water, look at this, below water, 45%. How about the economy? My goodness gracious, he was elected to fix the economy, just 39%. And of course, the tariff war, 34% on that. I mean, the bottom line here is just very simply the numbers for Donald Trump are awful, awful, awful in this poll. And then, of course, you look again on the economy, we compare it to where we were back in 2017. You see the 49% there. Look here, 39%, 10 points below where he was. I'm going to make the green mark a little bit better there, 49%. And again, I went back and looked at all the presidents I possibly could since 1977, and Donald Trump on the economy here, it's not just the lowest for this term, it's the lowest for any president on record 100 days into a presidency. Just no bueno, Jessica.
That is really remarkable. Okay, so how confident are people that he's going to use the office of the presidency responsibly?
Yeah, okay, so we're talking about the issues. Let's just talk a little bit here about just the overall way that Donald Trump is going about his business, right? Use presidential power responsibly. No confidence Trump will. Well, back in December of 2024, it was 46%. Look at where we've jumped to now. 54% of Americans have no confidence that Trump will use the power of the presidency responsible. And so this just tells you on every single different data point you could possibly look at, whether it be Trump's overall approval, whether it be the issues for Donald Trump, or how he conducts himself in office, all of these numbers are pretty much terrible for Donald Trump at this point. And so you just see it here, 54% who say that no confidence he's going to use presidential power responsibly. It's just no good, Jessica.
All right, Harry, thank you so much for walking us through the numbers and joining us to break it all down this morning. The Wall Street Journal's Molly Ball, Joanna Coles of the Daily Beast, and Tia Mitchell of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Good morning to all of you. Thanks for...
If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. For the new subscribers that I have, hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. You can comment, but I'm asking for you to be respectful. If you're not going to be respectful, you will get blocked. Not only will you get blocked, I'm going to be professional as possible and tell you how I feel about you. I don't know you, but I tell you what, I'm going to need for you to be respectful to your elders. I'm out.